The news starts now. AM 1240 and 95.3 FM. WJON.
Good morning. WJON news time is 5:05 and we're at 31 degrees. I'm Jay Caldwell. Weather today should see a high of 35 with cloudy skies. Winds out of the west 10 to 15 miles an hour. I'll have details on the weather forecast following WJON News. News is brought to you by the Farmers and Merchants State Bank. One person was hurt when their SUV hit an emergency vehicle on Saturday night. Minnesota State Patrol says the crash happened around 8:20 p.m. near St. Augusta. Authorities say an SUV driven by 50-year-old Shelley McDade Ruff of St. Cloud was going west on Interstate 94 when she hit a fire truck with its emergency lights on. McDade Ruff was taken to St. Cloud Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The driver of the fire truck, 42-year-old Brandon Billig of Clearwater, and his passengers, 54-year-old Michael Dyers of Clearwater and 27-year-old Jonathan Swenson of Deerwood, were not hurt in the crash. 2 people were sent to the hospital after a crash near Albany on Saturday morning. The Minnesota State Patrol says the crash happened around 9:30 a.m. on Interstate 94. Authorities say a pickup driven by 43-year-old Jomar Haynes of Prior Lake was going east on I-94 when he lost control and crashed in the median. Haynes and a passenger in his car, 26-year-old Jamar Haynes of Coon Rapids, were both taken to Centricare Hospital in Melrose with non-life-threatening injuries. The Sauk Rapids City Council will have a special meeting tonight. On their agenda, they'll have a public hearing to extend the orderly annexation agreement with Minden Township. In 2002, the city entered into an agreement with the township. That agreement is valid through 2025. The extension is largely the same as the original, broken down into 5 different zones. However, one zone has all been annexed and no longer needs to be part of the agreement. The city has also agreed to annex some properties near the high school that have become islands in the city. The structure of the Joint Planning Board will stay the same. This agreement is for 25 years. The previous one was for 23 years. The town board approved the agreement earlier this month. The Office of Administrative Hearings in St. Paul has the final approval. The city of Sauk Rapids and the Sauk Rapids Rice School District are looking to finalize the plan for a land swap. The city council is holding a special meeting tonight, and on the consent agenda is the land swap. The school district wants to build a new early childhood education facility close to the high school in a portion of Mayhew Creek Park. They have a public referendum on the ballot coming up in February. The city and the school are proposing exchanging about 10 acres between to the future baseball complex and the multi-use fields owned by the city for 17.5 acres east of the high school owned by the district. In the event that the referendum is not passed by the voters and the ECFC building is not built by 2027, the land exchange will be reserved. Tickets are now on sale for a popular St. Cloud fundraising event. Tickets are available on a first-come, first-served basis for the Catholic Charities of Diocese of St. Cloud's Mardi Gras fundraiser. The event benefits people in need of shelter, food, and clothing in the St. Cloud area. It will feature a gourmet dinner catered by Custom Catering by Shortstop, music by the fabulous Armadillos, and the Vista Jazz Band, a silent auction, and more. The Mardi Gras will be held at the River's Edge Convention Center on Saturday, January 25th next year, and the cost to attend is $110 per person. Tickets can be purchased by calling 320-650-1647 or on the Catholic Charities website, ccstcloud.org. Find the story on the WJON mobile app to find the link to get tickets. Hundreds turned out on Saturday to get their first look at a new Sartell business. Nurture to Play held a sneak peek from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Nurture to Play is a play cafe where kids can have a safe place to play while their parents or guardians take a break. The sneak peek had vendors, pictures with Santa, art projects, toys for kids to play on, and furry friends from the Tri-County Humane Society. Co-owner Jordan Reinke says they are ready to get to their grand opening.
There's a lot of excitement. This is so needed, and I think people are just ready to have, especially during the winter, a place that they can bring their littles and get that energy out.
She says the grand opening will be in January, but they don't have the exact date set yet. Once open, Nurture to Play will have a coffee bar by 2nd Street Coffee House, activities for kids like a tiny town, rock climbing wall, and swings, and will be able to hold birthday parties and other events. And St. Cloud area kids were able to take part in a fun and educational camp on Saturday. St. Cloud State University held a science, technology, engineering, and math camp in Brown Hall from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. It was the 4th monthly STEM camp, and each has a project in all 4 areas for the kids to do. Camp director Alana Curtis Nair says the day camp is a good way for kids to see if they want to do the overnight camp in the summer and to experience SESU.
And this is a really great way for them to come on a Saturday morning and just get to experience the SESU life, get to see a lab, get to see a classroom, get to be on campus and make that connection and have a little bit of science fun.
She says the overnight camp takes place in the 3rd and 4th week of June, and there is a camp for 3rd and 4th graders, 5th and 6th graders, and 7th and 8th graders. The kids also got to do an art project at Saturday's camp, trying to make an airtight igloo out of marshmallows. WJON News Time is 5:11. It's 31 degrees. News is brought to you by Farmers and Merchant State Bank. Weather forecast is coming up next.
WJON radar weather.
WJON weather forecast for St. Cloud and for Wade Park. High today 35, cloudy skies, winds out of the west 10 to 15 miles an hour. Tonight low 21, cloudy, winds out of the west 10 to 20 miles an hour. Tomorrow high 24, cloudy skies, chance for snow. Chance of snow is 50%, a dusting is what's possible. Northwest winds 8 to 15 miles an hour. Tomorrow night low of 13, overcast, chance for snow. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Wednesday, high 17, blend of clouds and sunshine. Thursday, high 24, overcast, snow likely. Friday, high 16, mainly cloudy. Saturday, high 14, partly cloudy. And then 19 on Sunday, partly cloudy skies. Right now, we're at 31 degrees at WJON. The official high at the St. Cloud Airport yesterday was 35, low was 30. We had no rainfall or snowfall yesterday. The average high temperature for this date is 25. Average low is 10. Record high temp set in 1939 of 57. Record low set in 2008 of 24 below. Currently 31 at WJON. Sports is coming up next.